Welcome, it's Catherine from Our Growing Adventure, and I thought today I would take you through my seeds and reorganizing them, doing an inventory, and figuring out what I need to order this year. I have a list of what I want to plant, kind of vague list of what I want to plant, and from there we will look at what we have and then what I need to order and see what we can get. Last year we couldn't get quite everything that we wanted, but I haven't heard about any issues this year getting what we want. This is our old storage container, and I had this, I used to be a teacher, so I had this for using at school, and we're going to transition our seeds to there. This milkweed. My husband insists he's going to plant these milkweed seeds. I shouldn't have opened it. Most of my seeds actually fit in here. We always do an inventory before we order, so it isn't excessively out of control, which is good. In here are still more milkweed seeds from 2015, so 6+ years old, 6.5 years old. And these are marigold seeds. There's a bunch in the bottom of this and everything. So I think I'll wait to take care of that stuff. And I'll start in with the easier stuff. I do have coffee, water, and cookies to help me through all of this. Okay. Actually don't necessarily want to lay them down if they're opened, so they're not just all at once. Bean seeds, empty, but I think we saved the packet so we could know what kind. But I'm thinking about ordering a different kind also. We might try different kinds of green beans this year. Cabbage we have, good. Oh, we have so many different tomatoes. And peppers. So I have Florentino, Amish paste, Hungarian heart, jujube cherry, and then this white tomaso. Is that tomaso the same? No. And this was a free seed that we got last year. I don't know that will grow any. I won't get rid of it. I'll talk to my husband first. But, look, beans. So I don't need to keep this. Big boy tomatoes from 2017. Oh, I have a bunch of peppers here. Those are Giant, California Wonder, Cubanelle, Mini Bell, cauliflower, some melons. We've tried these. It wasn't very successful. The cucumber, marigolds. So I'm going to start flowers and herbs up there. This is a lettuce. You won't believe what I found. More marigold seeds. And this is a cut flower mixture. I don't think we've ever planted that. More lettuce. Lettuce and kale. It gets hot here pretty fast. And so we haven't really had a lot of success in the past grass with lettuce. We've tried parsley, thyme, more basil, oregano, more beans. Maybe I won't get to order. Both of these are open. One's from 2020, one's from 2021. Maybe I won't get to order my new kind of beans that I want. Pumpkin, these are big pumpkin, these are pie pumpkin. This is spaghetti squash, that did really well this year. And this is corn, I don't really like this corn. So I'm going to, we've discussed doing hybrid corn. Normally we try to stick with heirloom seeds, but the corn just really hasn't been ideal for us. So now I'm going to my list. What do we need? Canter beans, and I didn't really feel like we had the right flavor to our tomatoes this year. These Florentino tomatoes have really good flavor, but the Hungarian hearts just leave something lacking in the flavor department. Amish paste is pretty good though. Maybe if I did some of these big boys, I wouldn't necessarily need to order more seeds. We have enough cherry tomatoes, and we like these jujube cherry tomatoes. They grow well, they taste good. They split easily, but we're not preserving cherry tomatoes. We're just using them for summer and eating enjoyment. There's quite a few in there. How old is this? 2020, that's 2 years old. I don't have any of these left. Florentino had good flavor. The problem was that because of their shape, it was hard to get any slices out of for anything like a BLT. So I might look, since it's pretty much empty, I might see if there's another kind of slicing tomato that we can get. So those are good. I just really want to make sure we have, see, we're out of the Ozark Giant, and those did really well for us. So I think we'll try to order more Ozark Giant. We don't plan on selling plants, plant starts, or anything specifically, so I don't need a lot. I just need what we plan to grow. These pumpkins, there's pie pumpkins are what we grew this year, and they grew really well. I'll give enough that and that. I also want to grow, here's a squash, right? I also want to grow zucchini and butternut squash. I've been really enjoying butternut squash. almost better than sweet potatoes and almost better than regular pumpkin. So if I can grow that well, that would be really wonderful. Both for preserving and just for long-term storage. I could can some for use like in pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread, and it would keep for a while in our basement probably if we could grow some good ones. So I'm hoping to be able to find a good butternut squash. Potatoes we'll get from Earl May, our local seed store, or not just a seed store, but we'll do the same for sweet corn so that we can get a hybrid. I think we'll probably pass on the sweet potatoes this year and try butternut squash. I have lots of lettuce and kale, but I'm going to try to get spinach. We haven't really ever been very successful with spinach, but I want to be. We have cabbage, cauliflower. I want to make sure that these are empty. Oregano, not empty. Parsley, not empty. Thyme, not empty. Basil. That one's not empty. Is this one empty? This is the older one, so it'd be okay if it was empty. In 2016, there were 6 seeds, and I have this whole other basil one. So I think we'll go with that. Basil, thyme, oregano, and parsley. I think I wanted cilantro last year because I really like that in guacamole. Do I want sage? I don't know that I like sage. All right, got that. So I want to get a different variety of beans, and we'll do 2 different varieties of green beans. I need to get more tomatoes and peppers, but I mostly know what kind I want. I want more Amish paste tomatoes, more Ozark giant peppers, and then a different slicing tomato. I need onion seed. I need zucchini and butternut squash. I'll have to get seed potatoes. I can't get those from Earl May or from the grocery store. Let me get sweet corn from the grocery store, spinach, and I think that's all that I need to buy now to organize. But I think I'm going to get my labels. It'll be easy to relabel later if I change my mind. My lettuce just separate from the kale and spinach just because I have so much. Oops. So when I get my spinach in, I'll put it in here with the kale. Some people like fancy labels, and yeah, that'd be nice. I've learned to give up the ideal for something that's complete. I'd rather have something done, good enough, than waiting years and years and years to be done at all. So that's where we are with handwritten sticker labels. These things I have used so much since buying. I really just bought it for when my daughter was in daycare and I had to label the milk that I was sending her. And I wanted to be able to reuse the containers, so I wanted something that I could take on and off. And stickers it was. But I've used these for so many other purposes since then. Okay. And that's how I'm going to create my labels. Is winter squash versus summer squash. And then I will put these melons. One of the reasons that we haven't continually grown melons is because they take up a lot of room, and we really haven't had a lot of luck with that. But and we tried, these are mini, so we tried to trellis them, which works, but we just only have so many trellises. Last year we thought about building some new trellises. But last year, all of the lumber necessary was difficult to find and extremely expensive. Corn, I need one for corn. I should have been thinking about what I didn't have that I would want. Onions and corn. I'll probably plant any seed I get. So, corn. My baby's still sleeping. Exciting. I definitely put the peppers in the one I labeled tomatoes, because here I am labeling this peppers, and all I have right here is my stack of tomatoes. So, but to be fair, the pepper on the top packet of peppers is red. So, oh yes, and I did want to get that other kind of pepper. Oh, I don't remember what it was. I found it in the magazine, in the catalog that I will be using to help me place my order. I found it. Rajvarsky. Is that it? Is that the one Sarah recommends? They looked so good when she made roasted red peppers. So, yes, I would like to try that. All right, so that's pretty good. I have my first planting and my later planting, and I have extra containers. And I might go in and label these depending on whether or not I would start them inside and when I would start them, whether that's inside or outside. I might have I might add that, but I'm not confident enough in my timing to label that right now. I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. And I'm excited about that. I just have to it's so exciting. Sorry, I'm geeking out. I just have to have my husband finish cleaning up the rest of that when he gets home tonight. And then I think we're all set. I'm gonna make a little list of the things I wanna look for. How many years do seeds keep for? I've heard like 7, but obviously they are less likely to sprout year after year. Tell me, would you plant 7-year-old seeds? The other thing I did is I printed the Farmer's Almanac recommendations for my zone, my zip code even, and I need to go through that, but probably not today. Today is all about figuring out what seeds I need to get and getting the seeds organized. So I'm feeling really good about that. And now I have a list of what to order. And if my husband wants to pick out another type of flower seed, I wouldn't complain. We discussed that. We went through and made some plans. And the other thing that I need to do is map out my garden and where I'm actually going to plant things. Because it's all nice to have all of these plans, but I actually have to have space for it all. And I'm a teeny tiny bit concerned about that. Because I want more of a lot of things without wanting less of very many things. So last year, half of our garden was corn, tomatoes, and peppers. And I want more tomatoes. And the other half was onions, potatoes, squash, and green beans. And I want more squash, more onions. I just want my onions to do better, so this could be the same amount of onions. And we just had 1 fewer rows of green beans because we couldn't keep up with them. We were not being good stewards of the green beans. They grew really well, they produced a ton of beans, but I didn't have the time to pick 3 rows of green beans on a weekly basis and then process that many green beans. We were getting gallons of green beans a week. So that is, I think we decided to try 2 rows instead of 3 and see if we could keep up with it better. And then we could end up actually preserving more if we were able to stay on top of the weeding and the picking and the preserving. And watering if it gets dry again. They kind of died because they got dried out. All right, well, I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again later.